Okay, so today what I was planning on doing, take you all along with me, been using this little hatchet, marking logs to cut firewood or just splitting kindling. This thing is like, I don't know how old it is. It's probably like 50 years old. It's not, I don't think it's the greatest quality. It's decent. It's good enough, but it's sentimental to me because it was my granddad's. So when I got it, he passed away a few years ago. When I got it, it was about that much longer, maybe that much. I took and it was kind of rotting out. Took the handle out, chopped off the rotten bit, and rehung it. And I've pretty much abused this thing. It's the original handle. He had it spray painted. I stripped that off and put some oil on it, linseed oil. And it's in good shape now. But one thing I don't like about it is I like the profile on the end, but it kind of bows out between the two ends. So it's thinner right here and right here than it is right here in the middle. So I'd like to remove material here. I think it would bite a lot better for kindling and split a lot better. It's just a little too fat right there at the beginning. It's not biting very well, so makes me want to swing harder, which is dangerous. Might clamp it this way and then take a round file and go across. I'm not sure, so let's figure that out, and I'll take you all with me. Okay, so about to clamp this thing in the vise here. You don't want to clamp a nice piece of wood into these hard steel jaws like this. You want to wrap it in a cloth or an old leather glove or some old scrap piece of leather here. So I'm gonna just try to basically do this number on it. This is a round file. That's taking off kind of minimal material, so that doesn't excite me. It means this might take a while, but I'm afraid to use any sort of power tool too much. I don't want to ruin it or get it too hot. Sometimes the best bet is just to go with a file and take your time and enjoy it. The cool thing about using a file is you really, I know it sounds cheesy, but like you kind of get to know the piece you're working on. So like for example, I made this knife a few years ago, and I did it all with just filing. I didn't use any power tools at all, and thought it turned out pretty nice. Took forever though. Like it took forever to file these bevels here. It's a flat grind on both sides, and just took my time. But it's hard to mess up when you're doing it that way, because you see your errors coming. You have time to correct them, unlike with a power tool that removes material so fast. But yeah, I've used this for quite a few years. Skinned several deer with it and stuff. So all right, back to filing. And another thing, file card. In these round files, get those shavings out of there. Okay, so I went ahead and filed down both sides, made it a little more concave, and now I'm just gonna put an edge, a better bevel, better edge, a wider edge on this. And we'll take a look at it after. It's weird on this, the corners are very hard, so it's kind of hard to sharpen a nice. Well, I've thought about softening them with heat. Thought about tempering them a little more. I'm afraid I'd get into the edge too much though. Yeah, it looks even. I don't know how well you all can see that, but it looks pretty even. Took a lot of meat out of this middle part. Now I'm just gonna take some sandpaper and smooth it out. It's gonna take a little while. This is like 220 grit. $400, $440 or something like that. Right, like 1,000, but might be too much of a jump. That'll probably be the last that I do. Done. On that side. It's not perfect, but it's good as I'm gonna get it. The coat of this stuff on it. This is a ballastol. So yeah, here it is. It's a should work nicely. So just got this see, it just bites right in there. Just got this Hatchet reprofiled. See, it just bites so well. That was probably for stuff like this. I wanted to split a little bit finer, and it wouldn't. I was hitting it, and it wouldn't stick because I don't want to smack it with my hand right there. So I wanted it to just stick a little bit, so I could do that number. That's even went through a knot just then. So, oh yeah, this thing's very functional now. Yep. So just some lodgepole pine. You know, old Hatchet, Granddad's Hatchet. Huh. Well, knot or something in there. Yep, we got a knot. So. Still on there, nice and tight. I like it. Full of knots. So yeah, so there's a. Wow. Yeah, so that's a nice little Hatchet here. So let's take a look. The profile now. There we go. Yeah, so I skinnied this up. I took a lot of material out of there and out of here. Yeah, and just put a little edge on it. It's not even razor sharp. I mean, it's sharp. But yeah, so this thing's pretty nice.